hour to go until tape's up. Peter, a tough trip to the Echo Arena, but you rode well here last year.
Yeah, we did, and we're looking to do the same again this year. We've got some good boys there, and they all look forward to racing here. So, yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a good evening.
This year, Gavin, the Oxford team built slightly differently. Obviously, you don't have Scotty Nichols as yet at the moment. Did you expect them to be doing as well as they are? Because they are built differently to a lot of the sides in the league.
Yeah, but they're built with strength and depth, aren't they? Where some teams like ourselves have gone sort of a bit top heavy. If you look at Oxford's two reserves, they're both 4 point plus. So, you can't fill your team with strength everywhere. In Oxford, they've just got it in different places. So by no means it'll be an easy match. We know for a fact that they'll give a really tough go tonight.
And funnily enough, Redcar have a new signing who's making his debut tonight, but you could probably tell me more about Jody Scott than he can. So what will Jody Scott bring to Redcar?
He's a great kid. It's very unfortunate for us. You can only fit 7 riders in there. But I'll give you credit. And, when he said to me about it, I said to him, look, go for it. It's an opportunity. He's a good kid. He's super fit. He really wants it. And I'm sure he's going to do a good job for you. And like I said, he's a really good kid. So he'll fit in nicely with you guys.
And Gavin, obviously, no Tom Spencer anymore on the Bears side, but we said our best wishes to Tom. We hope to see him through the Tigers. But Jody Scott, an exciting proposition to join Ace at Reserve. Yeah,
absolutely. We had him as a guest in a couple of occasions, and I really sort of, his professionalism, the attitude of him and his dad. At Scunthorpe when we had him and he blew an engine and there was no things getting thrown around, there was no tantrums. He got on with it, he got a second bike and I just loved the attitude of him, to be fair. And yeah, when it became sort of, like a prospect that we could sign him, I was 100% for it, and I think obviously the kid, underneath Danny, I think Danny King will really hopefully bring him on to that next level. There's no pressure on him, as I say. Like Oxford tonight, they've got much stronger reserves than ours, so we're going to go for a track walk with him and just let him know, that there's not a huge amount of pressure on them. He just needs to come, do his job, enjoy his racing, ride the bike loose and nicely like he does, and we should be fine.
And Peter, is it about nullifying the Bears heat leaders? If you could keep the Bears heat leaders to 25 points and under, you'd be happy with that?
Yes, definitely. Listen, I'm very open-minded about all this. Like Gavin said, we had to build the team completely different this year, but I'm still very confident, and we showed so far that we're quite strong. Unfortunately, Cameron is out tonight, but, that's how it goes in Speedway. I have to live with it. You guys had it yourself, over the years. So, but quietly, I'm confident. Daniel will do a good job. He done a great job for us a couple of days ago. So, overall, I'm quite... Listen, it's got to be a good meeting. That's important, that we're competitive. We all love to win. Of course we do, but there's only one winner. And we're going to try and be that, but, we're going to try and be competitive, have a good meeting for your fans and everything, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what Speedway should be all about. And, we're looking forward to it.
And conversely, Gavin, at the lower order, would you be happy if you kept Mitch and Luke Killeen, Mitch McDermott, Luke Killeen at 10?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, I've said in the past that with our top end strength, our reserves probably only need to normally be scoring 5 or 6 between them. You know what I mean? But obviously Peter needs a little bit more probably normally from his reserves, but they're well capable of it. The scores Mitch has been getting, you know what I mean? And Luke's a class little act. So we know, as I say, it's certainly not going to be easy. It's going to be a bit strange because, as I say, we're going to be probably quite stronger in some heats, but then Peter's going to be stronger in other, the way the teams are built differently. So it should be a cracker for the crowd, to be fair.
And if you can't join us live, where can we see the action, Gavin?
You can see it live on BSN.
Peter, thank you. Gavin, thank you. Good luck to both of you.